James, thanks for coming on. It's a great time to have you on because, you know, I think you came in, you early emerged as a king of politics back in the early 90s, and you came in after the really dirty campaign against Mike Dukakis when they basically de-Americanized the guy, saying he wasn't for the Pledge of Allegiance, he didn't believe in the flag. That was pretty dirtball. But I'm watching Trump today attacking the other guy, saying his father helped kill Kennedy. I mean, I've never seen anything. This is really dirt. This is really awful. Tell me how this mood's how Hillary's going to handle this stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I think she'll handle it fine. I watched Senator Cruz's press conference he had after, and I'm very reluctant to say this, but it is really going to be hard for him to endorse Trump at the end after that press conference he had today, because if you looked at him, he kept running through his mind, do I really want to say he's a pathological liar? And he'd come out and he would say it. I mean, it was really remarkable. Look, I mean, Trump, remember, started, what he brags about, what got him his big start was the whole birther thing, which, as I pointed out, was nothing but, you know, that's just racism at its core. But, you know, you can't not much explanation of that. And he still hasn't even apologized for it, anything. So when that's where you start, how can you be surprised at anything that you end up with? You can't be.
So let's talk about Hillary Clinton. You know her very well, and she trusts you, and I know you're going to keep that trust for the rest of your life, and that's what I like about loyalists. How she smiles to Andrea Mitchell through all the pretty good hardballs out of there in an interview, 4 or 5. They were tough. I think she respects Andrea's job description, which is to ask tough questions. How does Hillary keep smiling through this stuff, this flurry of crap, basically? It's just one thing after another.
You know, I mean, she's been, you know, and I think she respects Andrea. You know, like Hillary, you know, came up and worked hard when in an industry that was male dominated, and very much acquitted herself. And sometimes I don't like the questions Andrea asks me, but I think we both share a lot of respect for her. Look, this is like the Triple Crown, man. We're just Hillary knows this. We're just at the Kentucky Derby. I mean, she's got the Preakness and the Belmont ahead of her. She's in a commanding position in her own party. She's, you know, had a dream of, you know, obviously wanted to be president. She's going to be the Democratic nominee. The Republican Party seems to be fractured right in front of her. I mean, honestly, she's got a lot to smile about right now, I think.
Yeah. You know, we keep thinking in our business, we keep trying to figure out when will the cut come? Like, when will it stop being amateur baseball and start being Major League Baseball? When will Trump's hair and his manner and his shtick all of a sudden be inappropriate? When will it be the debates? Will it be up there on the podium of the Republican convention in Cleveland? Will it seem all of a sudden, wait a minute, this guy's the nominee for president? Is there ever going to be a moment in the debate? When do you think it'll come when, hey, wait a minute, this is for real? This isn't theater.
I think it's already come to, you know, 55, 60% of the country. Right now, he's not doing well. I mean, he's got, you know, highest negatives ever recorded, I think, by a presidential candidate.
That's true.
Now, to a part of the Republican Party, which seems to be, you know, we always thought it was 38%. It seems to be now, you know, 50%. He's hitting a responsive chord, and in the process, he's literally destroying the party. I mean, I've never seen things. A 162-year-old party. You and I have been in politics for a long time. It's always been a party of stability, and it is the most destabilized, unbelievable thing anybody's ever seen in politics that's alive today.
It's always a sober party, except with rare exceptions. Let me ask you about your friend Bill Clinton. I get the feeling that there's an October surprise coming in October, and I'm not sure it's Bill. The president's going to do what he can for his spouse out of sheer loyalty, and just he's good at it. I get the feeling there's a mutual interest in Barack Obama barnstorming like he's never done in his life for Hillary Clinton for a couple of reasons. One, she will protect his legacy for the next 4 to 8 years. She will make sure it isn't destroyed, chopped up, humiliated. And also, she can use him because he has the obvious historic support of the African-American community and a lot of liberals as well. I get the feeling there's a marriage there coming politically I've never seen, almost the way Eisenhower almost pulled it out for Nixon in '60. What do you think of that? I think that's the big deal. It's going to be the president campaigning for his successor.
Right, and I think the president is like every president in his final year. Is sort of, I would say, obsessed, but, you know, he really wants to cement his legacy. And, you know, the Republicans under Reagan had a third term. I would argue, but we'll just that the Democrats at Gore actually did win the election, but let's put that aside for right now. You know, Roosevelt had, you know, obviously before the 22nd Amendment, he got elected, and I think that is sort of important to President Obama that he leaves and the Democrats get elected a third term, which I think he thinks will put a stamp on it. So and so far, he's been about as helpful as he possibly can be, given the fact that there's a primary in the Democratic Party. So I mean, every indication I get is that he's going to be as helpful as he thinks he can help.
Do you think George W. Bush would have conceded under similar circumstances in 2000?
Under similar, if he were.
If he got in the wrong end of it, if the Supreme Court had come in and intervened in the race against him, would he have accepted that? Al Gore did.
I don't know. I just want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say yes, but it's a very tepid and unenthusiastic yes. But absent any knowledge to the contrary, I'd have to say that he would. I think Gore, as painful as it was for a lot of people, myself included, I think he concluded that was the best thing for the country.
Yeah.
I don't know what much he could have done about it had he not conceded anyway. But as we turned out, I think the war and deficits, a lot of
James, you're getting very
mild.
mild. You're getting very mild-mannered. You're getting mild-mannered.
I'm not getting mild. I mean, Chris, right now my side is doing pretty good.
I know. You should be happy. You're mild.
I mean, there's not I'm proud of her, and I'm proud of her campaign, and they have not made a lot of mistakes, and they've gotten a lot of criticism, but I think they're coming through. And by the way, you and I both know this, Chris. She's going to need and want every voter that voted for Bernie Sanders in November. And, there's a lot of energetic people out there. There's a lot of young people that any political party wants. So she's got a delicate, difficult job to do. Not anything close to as difficult as Republican does, but she has a difficult job. And this is really, there were times in my career where I've been heated and passionate, but right now this doesn't last. But right now I'm pretty happy with the direction things are going in.